You may have a breaker or a generator, a transformer, just about anything that you need to get communications to with those wonderful devices that you're going to be installing. So the typical problem that you experience is you have either an existing piece of equipment or you want to install a new piece of equipment, and that has an IED that you want to communicate with. Typically, the equipment is remote from the house and there's no communication media installed. So what do? Okay, you do have a control cable that you have to the device. Typically, it can be a direct buried, it can be an existing conduits, or you have existing conduits, but you have no spare conduits. So the majority of people think, okay, I'm going to install fiber. So you've got the additional expense, not only of putting it in the ground, but you got the termination equipment on both ends. Then you got to buy a fiber protocol converter. It may require converter protocols on both ends. Depending upon the devices you're connecting to, you get the fiber to serial or fiber to Ethernet or some combination. So here's a picture of having to dig into a substation out to a breaker that's been installed. It's a costly solution if you have it for existing infrastructure. It only solves the problem of how you get to that device to communicating. It doesn't provide the communication solution because you got to put in a fiber or whatever communication medium that you want to do. The problem with trenching is it does expose the project to a potential unknown environmental costs as well as additional costs and man hours to get that trench out to that end piece of equipment. So what does the iBridge network do for you? It's a communication medium that's completely transparent to the host and the end device. It allows for master to many network communications. An example, if you have an older style RTU that was broadcasting out on a network, you can connect that to the gateway as a master and it will broadcast across the network for the iBridge system.